Good evening and thanks for tuning in. I'm Ann Powell with the WJTS News. The 2021 Jasper Strassenfest Half-Pot winner has come forward. Steve Brenner of Evansville and his wife Dana claimed the $70,555 prize on Monday evening after confirming the ticket number in meeting with Strassenfest committee members. Brenner says that he was shocked to see that he held the winning number when comparing his ticket to the number on the Jasper Strassenfest Half-Pot website late last week. He purchased the ticket from the Half-Pot booth when it was located at the Southgate Shopping Center. Brenner is a truck driver and takes his route to Jasper every weekday. He pulled into the parking lot after the booth caught his eye, stating that he liked that he could purchase something that'd be benefiting a good cause. The scholarship will benefit scholarships which include tuition, a laptop, a $500 book stipend. More information about the number of students that will be impacted will be known at a later date. The Jasper Strassenfest Committee also plans to hold a half-pot event once again next year, with ticket sales taking place prior to the festival, which is from August 4th to August 7th in 2022. Details will be posted closer to the event on the Half-Pot webpage, which is at jasperstrassenfest.org/half-pot. Jasper Community Arts has updated its policies and procedures for their live performances. Keeping the health and safety of staff, patrons, and artists in mind, Jasper Community Arts is re-implementing the following measures for those attending a performance. Masks are now required at all times during the performances. Hand sanitizing stations will be prominently displayed in public areas. Patrons are also asked to self-monitor and stay home if they are not feeling well. A self-screening questionnaire can be found on their website. These measures will remain in place until the DuBois County receives a yellow designation from the Indiana State Department of Health's COVID-19 dashboard. As the situation continues to evolve, these and other policies are subject to change. A complete listing of Jasper Community Arts COVID-19 policies, as well as performances that are impacted, can be found on their website, jasperarts.org/COVID. Indiana's COVID-19 numbers have been updated. As of Tuesday afternoon, the Indiana State Department of Health is reporting 13,743 deaths, 806,094 positive cases, and 51.5% of Hoosiers are now fully vaccinated. Here are the numbers for our listening and viewing areas. DuBois County has now 6,560 cases, 118 deaths, and 54.4% of residents in DuBois County are now fully vaccinated. In Pike County, 1,514 cases, 35 deaths, and 39.6% of residents there are fully vaccinated. Spencer County has 2,558 cases, 31 deaths, and 48% of residents are fully vaccinated. In Perry County, 2,072 cases have been confirmed, 40 deaths, and 53% of their residents are fully vaccinated. In Martin County, 975 cases have been confirmed, with 15 deaths, and 37.7% of residents are fully vaccinated. In Davies County, 3,258 cases, 101 deaths, and 34.2% of residents are fully vaccinated. In Orange County, 2,152 positive cases are confirmed, 56 deaths, and 45.6% of residents are fully vaccinated. In Knox County, 4,252 cases, 91 deaths, and 46.1% of residents are fully vaccinated. Looking in Crawford County, 113 positive cases are confirmed, 18 deaths, and 42.9% of residents are fully vaccinated. When looking into Posey County, there are 3,040 positive cases, 36 deaths, and 51.5% of their residents are fully vaccinated. In Lawrence County, there are 5,490 positive cases, 132 deaths, and 45.6% of residents are fully vaccinated. In Gibson County, there are 4,979 cases, 97 deaths, and 46% of their residents are fully vaccinated. When looking into Warwick County, there are 8,818 cases, 157 deaths, and 60.3% of their residents are fully vaccinated. And finally, when looking into Vanderburgh County, there are 25,103 cases, 409 deaths, and 53.8% of Vanderburgh County residents are now fully vaccinated. To see a map of cases by county and for more information, you can visit in.gov/ISDH. Indiana's governor is not going to issue a statewide mask mandate, but he supports local schools that are instituting local mask requirements. Governor Holcomb yesterday said that local schools are making the decisions that it is right for their students. The governor supports schools that are requiring masks, saying that many schools see a mask requirement as the best way to keep kids in class in person throughout this fall. An area school is reimposing its mask mandate due to the high number of students and staff catching COVID-19. Old South Spencer School staff and students are now required to wear face masks, which begin today. The policy will remain in effect until further notice. Candleton City Schools are offering a virtual instruction option for students during any weeks that Perry County is designated red with COVID-19 status. If a student requests to work from home, it will be allowed. This will only be offered while the county is in the red COVID-19 status. To temporarily become a virtual student while Perry County is in the red status, please contact your student's building principal. Students who are virtual will still need to complete all of the work by using their Chromebooks. They will also be expected to log in during each school day and keep up with all assignments. For more information on this, you can visit the Candleton City School Facebook page. Residents in Martin County are being asked to be extra mindful when it comes to mosquitoes. A mosquito sample from shoals tested by the Indiana State Department of Health personnel has tested positive for the West Nile virus. The infected sample was collected at the boat ramp at 8th and Main Streets on August 3rd. The best way to protect yourself from the West Nile virus is to prevent mosquitoes from biting you and to reduce mosquito breeding areas. Here are some tips that can help you avoid mosquito-borne diseases and reduce mosquito populations. Avoid being outdoors when mosquitoes are active, especially in the late afternoon, dusk to dawn, and early morning. Wear insect repellent. Cover exposed skin by wearing a hat, long sleeves, and long pants in places where mosquitoes are especially active, such as in wooden areas. Install or repair screens and windows indoors to keep mosquitoes out of the home. To reduce mosquito populations around your home and neighborhood, get rid of any standing water available for mosquito breeding. Even a container as small as a bottle cap can easily become a mosquito breeding ground. Mosquitoes will breed in any puddle or standing water that lasts for more than 4 days. Not everyone whose heart stops lives to be able to thank the first responders, but one lucky man had that chance this week. Brian Gray's heart stopped while inside the Tell City Walmart on the evening of July 3rd. Sergeant David Beaver was on duty and arrived to the store within 3 minutes and found Alicia Johns and an unidentified Good Samaritan rendering first aid to Gray. Beaver quickly determined that Gray was not breathing and didn't have a pulse. Sergeant Beaver then began CPR and used his department-issued AED to shock Gray's heart. Sergeant Beaver was soon assisted by fellow Tell City Police Department officer Nathan Freeman, who also performed effective CPR on Gray moments before Perry County EMS arrived onto the scene. Gray has made a remarkable recovery and attended Monday night's Board of Public Safety meeting to assist with presenting a life-saving medal to Sergeant Beaver. Many Hoosiers continue to struggle with homelessness, and on any given night, more than 5,000 people in Indiana have no place to call home. While 85% of them do end up finding a shelter, this leaves 15% of people without a roof over their head. State legislators, including State Senator Mark Messmer, supported a new bill this session to further close this gap and help homeless Hoosiers get back on their feet. Here's more from State Senator Mark Messmer.
Senate Enrolled Act 218 also requires township trustees to collaborate and prepare a list of public and private resources available to the homeless population. This information will be distributed to the public and be published on the county's website. This will help facilitate a healthy relationship between local governments and community shelters, food banks, and addiction recovery centers. Connecting local residents with helpful resources is a fundamental service provided by township trustees. Senate Enrolled Act 218 improves upon the current role of township trustees, increasing their resources and enabling enabling them to better serve their neighbors. In addition, Senate Roll Act 218 establishes a low-barrier homeless task force composed of nonprofit and business leaders, the governor, and the mayor of Indianapolis. This committee will investigate the need for a low-barrier homeless shelter in Indianapolis. Low-barrier shelters typically have limited entry requirements, providing a welcoming and safe place for those who have no other option. Any number of misfortunes, including the lack of affordable housing, unemployment, domestic violence, mental illness, and substance abuse, can cause homelessness. We are blessed to have a number of wonderful shelters, food banks, churches, and countless other organizations in our community that help those in need. I commend them for their service and their impact. By working together, we can assist those without a place to call home.
Thank you, Senator. And as always, feel free to contact Mesmer's office directly with your questions and concerns by email at senator.mesmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 800-382-9467. And stay tuned. Weekly forecasts and sports with Kirk Gooksell are still to come on the WJTS News.